Hello my zesty besties and welcome back to another video, guys. So today, guys, we're gonna talk about 5 things in Dress to Impress that will never ever be added into the game. Yes, you heard this correctly. These are 5 things that will never be added into the game, confirmed by the Dress to Impress developers. So I will be making a disclaimer here. If you want to know more about this kind of stuff, you can find this out on their TikTok page or their Twitter page, which is DTI on Roblox. I will leave little pictures right here. This is what it looks like. This was where it was confirmed. They did a live stream on TikTok and they confirmed all these things will not be coming into Dress to Impress. So just want to make a disclaimer like that. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. So you guys, the first thing that won't be added into Dress to Impress, which is kind of a sad one, but I totally understand why they're not going to be putting in the game, and is plus size bodies, curvaceous bodies, anything with different types of body types will not be added into the game, unfortunately. This was something I made a video on in my suggestions video on TikTok. I think a lot of people have this kind of mentality that models are one specific body type, whereas this is not true. However, I totally understand on the Dress to Impress developer side about why they won't implement it. So it was just a suggestion, and I think I totally understand why they can't do it, because unfortunately they'd have to re-rig every single item in the game to be able to fit those kind of body types, which I totally understand is a lot of extra effort on the development team that they don't need to be able to have to do that. So I totally understand why this isn't a thing. I totally agree. And moving on to number 2, guys. So the second thing that won't be implemented in Dress to Impress is there will never be nose piercings, guys. You heard that correctly. This was confirmed by one of the devs that there will not be no nose piercings because there are no 3D noses in this game, which I mean makes total sense. But I do think that this might be a little twisted and misconstrued, because I do feel like those noses that they have in the makeup section will potentially have some kind of nose ring involved in them. So I do think this is a little if or kind of thing. I feel like if they were to make it, it would be with makeup or something a little more toned down, whereas like people are kind of expecting it to be like a nose ring that you could actually have like on the 3D model, whereas it's probably going to be a makeup thing. So I wouldn't say this one's totally ruled out, but I will say this was probably never going to happen in a 3D version, so that will never be implemented as well. So you guys, the third thing on this list, which is actually really surprising, but makes total sense of why, because the devs already have a lot going on for them right now. And if you guys didn't know, the devs are actually really young. They're not of age to where they have to do this. You know, they go to school, they do that kind of stuff. They are definitely younger than 18, as confirmed by Discord statuses and stuff. So I totally understand why they can't do this. But the number 3 is that they won't be able to put female avatars clothes on male avatars and male avatar clothes on females. Vice versa. As you know, there are some exceptions to certain items within the game, but for the most part, in terms of like most female stuff will not be able to be worn on male avatars, and same with the other way around. So this is something that's a little interesting to me, but I totally understand why, because it's a lot of extra, like I said, a lot of extra rigging they'd have to do, a lot of extra developing that they have to do on the mod team for this to be able to work, and it makes sense. But I do think it's a little bit of a bummer. I'm really sad about it, because I do like to wear the male avatars and I would love to wear some of the female stuff on there, and vice versa, because some of the male clothing is really cute and I wish it could be able to be worn on the female as like an oversized option. But I totally understand why this won't be implemented. So yeah, that is the third thing that won't be implemented. Moving on to number 4, guys, and these last 2 ones are actually really sad, and something that a lot of people I know have requested a lot. And this, I've seen so many videos on these, and it makes sense that this is something that can't be implemented, but I know based on fan feedback, this is going to be a very disheartening final 2. So the 4th thing that will be implemented is there will never be any pets, no animals, anything of that nature within Dress to Impress. Now, that being said, they did mention loosely that there might be a pet within a purse. So maybe that'll be like a dog or a cat or some kind of little animal within a purse. But probably just the head of it, probably not the rest of the body, which makes sense because it would be a lot of rigging to be able to make an actual like working pet. Or like, let's say, for example, like the theme is jungle and you want to have like a tiger or a lion or anything like that. Those things will not be made within the game to have like by your side or within your outfit. So I will say this is something that's a little discouraging, as someone who really likes to have like extravagant like backgrounds and sceneries within their outfits. But it makes sense. I mean, there's a lot of extra work for the devs, and it doesn't make sense for them to have to do that just for some little animals. But I do like the idea of potentially having a dog in a purse, which is going very Legally Blonde, and I just love the idea of that potentially happening. So that's a fun thing that they kind of sneak peeked at. But yes, they did confirm that there will not be any animals or pets of any kind within the game. That's not to say maybe in the near future they might reconsider based off of fan feedback. So that's something I want to preface in this video, that they might reconsider things based on fan feedback, and maybe if people really push for it, it might happen. And speaking of people really pushing for it, our fifth and final suggestion that will never be happening is something that people have suggested vastly, you guys. This is something that has been majorly suggested within the Dressing Press community. You don't understand, guys. Within like TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, like any kind of community that Dressing Press has, this was one of the most suggested things that they wanted in this game. After the recent release of Duos, this was something people were dying for, a Duos opportunity. Trios was something that people were actually holding out for happening and really potentially wanting to happen, but this was confirmed by the devs saying Trios will never, ever, ever happen. This was something that was 100% confirmed that will not be happening. And it's actually really disheartening because Trios is something a lot of people really want within the Dressing community. But it makes sense why they won't have Trios, because it's just too much room. There's not enough room on the runway for 3 people to walk out on. They'd have to do a whole big re-expanding and a whole bunch of different things to make this work. So I totally understand why they can't do Trios. It's just a little bit of a bummer, because I know for some of you guys, you really wanted Trios, and Trios is something that's just really cute to have, because a lot of movies or TV characters, like the Powerpuff Girls, for example, are Trios. So you need all 3 of them for it to work. So I get it, it makes sense, but unfortunately all 3 of those will not be happening, and you will not be having Trios within the game. So you guys, that is it for today's video. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about these things that will never be happening. What are your opinions on it? Which one was the most shocking to you to find out? For me personally, it was definitely Trios. I think Trios was something that was really sad for me to find out about, but hopefully they'll reconsider. And you guys, you never know, maybe based on fan feedback they might bring things back, but as of now, these 5 things will never ever be coming to Dressing Press as confirmed by the devs. And with that, guys, I'll see you guys in my next video. Make sure you guys join my Roblox group, guys. We are almost 700 members strong, guys. Make sure you guys go ahead and join that group. Link in the description. It also has my Roblox merch, which we have just restocked, guys. So make sure you guys go ahead and check out that new merch by my awesome designer, Joe Gaming, which is so cool of them to do. So thank you so much, Joe, for the amazing new merch. And hopefully you guys have some more merch ideas. And if you guys made it to the end of this video, make sure you guys comment code word muffins in the chat with your username as well for a chance to win some cool new merch. Make sure you guys are part of my Roblox group as well to be a part of this giveaway. I'm so excited to be able to launch this brand new merch, and I'd love to make some more merch for you guys. So please, please, please comment some more ideas that you may have, as well as maybe if you know any artists that you'd like me to collaborate with to be able to make some cool new merch, that'd be awesome as well. And you guys, make sure you guys follow me on TikTok at Cheerios. I do a lot of live streams on there with her Dressing Press, and I'd love to implement some live streams on here on YouTube. So let me know in the comments down below if you guys would join a Dressing Press live stream hosted by me. I'll have to schedule a day for that, so let me know what day works best for you guys in the comments, as well as a time that may work for you guys. I want to make sure I can get everyone from different kinds of time zones to be involved. And with that, guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in my next video. Goodbye, my little Cheerios. I love you guys so much.